right, so you guys picked up the dub there in Delburne last weekend. Here you got on the score sheet. Tell me a little bit about the game there.
It was a good game. I mean, it was a tight one there for a while. Way tighter than we thought it would be, but we got to stay out of the box, and then it would be good going our way.
Bit of the strategy tonight, trying to close them out, stay out of the box?
Yeah, stay out of the box and just win the battles, and I think we can take care of it tonight.
Any thoughts on the Canada-US final there on Sunday?
It's awesome. I can't wait.
Oh, it's going to be good. Yeah. All right, best of luck there tonight. Good luck.
Good one.
Well, the Imperials are let out by the Junior Imperial and their goaltender, and the live stream has begun. It's Game 3. Stettler looking for the sweep, and Delburne looking to stay alive in tonight's game. We are Hometown Media Stettler. Once again, thanks for joining us. All right, everyone, welcome to Game 3. Stettler's coming off a 4-1 win in Delburne to take a 2-0 series lead going into this game. Live from the Stettler Rec Center. Once again, Stettler looking to advance. Delburne looking to stay alive. Special thanks to Rhett Shingoose for the pregame interview. And as always, the first period is presented by Ampco Electric. If it's electrical, we do it. As the puck starts in Stettler's zone, but they break out quickly to Dylan Houston, to Cassidy. A shot. Shalene makes the save. And there's Shingoose after it. To Cassidy. Breaks toward the net. Puck sent over to the far side corner. The scrum ensues, and Stettler can't keep it in as the loose puck is sent out. Stollery to center ice. Cassidy sends it in. Puck flipped in from center ice as Kistner's there. To Piggin along the boards. And Stettler, a shot blocked in front. Kept in at the point. Looking to get the puck. Walker gets it. Over to Kistner. That puck hits a body in front, ends up in the corner. At the half boards, flipped out, Ross has to chase. As the Delburne Outlaws go for a change. Here's Stettler, a shot. Shalene with another good save. Here's Turnus, a shot kicked out by the goaltender. Stettler applying early pressure. And kept in now by Eric Rost. To the slot area, picked up by Delburne momentarily, but Kieran Rost sends it in. Delburne has possession, good pass up the middle. That's Waldo of Delburne who sends it in. Hardy behind the Imperials net, now to the boards, picked up by Eric Ross, slapped to center ice. Eric Ross goes to chase. Shalene will send it to the point where DeYoung was there. It's behind the net. Shots 3-zip. Imperials to start this one off. Delburne player takes a spill near the logo. Picked up by the Outlaws. Backhand wide. Here's DeYoung of the Imperials. A shot blockered into the net. So once again, this first period brought to you by Ampco Electric. Starting goaltenders, it's Tanner Shalene and Nadistad for the Imperials. Cassidy gets checked in the corner. Here's Higgins, loses the puck. Shingoose of the Imperials bats it in. Over to Higgins, to center ice. Picked up by Kistner of the Imperials. Sends it out to Shingoose at center. To Cassidy. Here's Quaid to Houston. Shot into the glove of Shalene. Battle for it. Walker ends up with the puck. Sends it over to Rost. Back up to Walker. Up through center ice, past the blue line. Good move. Gets checked and runs into the goaltender. No call on the play, either way. Stettler wins the face-off. It's at center ice and sent in. Picked up by the Imperials. Into the slot. Turdis. Shot off the glove of Shalene. Beautiful save over the net. As it gets to the point and Rost will take a shot. It'll go off the stick of Shalene and out of play. The Outlaws can't ask for much more from their goaltender so far. Stettler keeps it in the Outlaw zone. The Outlaws still looking for their first shot on net of the game. And the refs will call that for an icing. Thanks to 71 of you watching the game right now. Hello to Nick and to Justin, who says, let's get that sweep. The Imperials are looking for that tonight. There's a shot, tipped on, and again, Shalene had to be sharp. .15:08 to go in the first period, brought to you by Ampco Electric. Stettler, they have their legs today, that's for sure. Nice saucer pass to right. Here's Ross to shot. That one goes wide and ends up in the near side corner. And to center ice and out. Kistner to center ice again. A 2-on-1 opportunity. Ross can't get it over to Fournier, who is there. And we'll be right back after a word from our main sponsor, Stettler Boston Pizza.
At Boston Pizza, a fast lunch doesn't have to mean fast food. Now you can get a $15 lunch served in just 20 minutes, including your choice of a main, side, and drink. That's right, lunch for $15 at your local Boston Pizza.
Puck behind the net. As Ross will keep it in at the blue line, makes a move. Gets a weak one. Shalene's vision was impeded for sure as Ross gets another shot. First blocked, then a save by the Outlaws goaltender. Stettler dumps and they chase. Tucker's there and picked up by Delburne's McDonald sends it in. Pass out to Shingus, who will take a trip and force the reps to make a call, and Stettler will go on the power play. In this first period, brought to you by Ampco Electric. Back to Rost at the point. There's a shot by Rost. Good save as the net gets dislodged 10 seconds into the power play. Here's Ross over to Stullery. Here's the shot, Ross scores! 1-0 Imperials. Nice passing play on the power play. And Stettler takes the lead on their 12th shot of the game. And it looks like the local Stettler Boston Pizza, they're going to be opening up early on Sunday for the Team Canada game versus the States for the gold medal. So if you're in Stettler and want to hang out at the bar at 6 in the morning, it's the place to be. There's a good pass to Pregame. And saved by Shalee. But yeah, to that point, I bet the bar at Boston Pizza is going to be full, even at that hour, to watch the gold medal game. Go, Canada, go. Picked up by Stettler. Blocker saved by Shalee. And Wright has it at his own blue line. Passes it to Piggin, who backhands it into the Delburne zone. Saved by Shaleen. And a quick goal from the Imperials to make it 2-0. And if you can, put in the chat what you're doing for the hockey game on Sunday. Let us know. Are you staying at home? Are you going out in the morning to a local bar or a restaurant to watch the game? Let us know in the comments. Shot 16, nothing for Stettler. Delver looking for their first shot on net. Can't get it that time as Delburne player took a spill into the boards. That was number 16, Ringdahl. The puck sails past Higgins down the ice as Delburne has a chance to cut into the lead now. As Stettler is in the box. But Higgins has to chase and grab the puck with Rost trailing. That's Brendan Tucker with the tripping call as Stettler is on the penalty kill. And Delburne looking to get something going here as Higgins. If there's someone that can get something going, it is Higgins on the Outlaws. Back to the point. To Higgins, a shot. Dangerous shot, just over the net though. Half of the power play has eluded. Behind the net, back to Higgins. Sends it over. There's a shot. Tip. Saved by Nadestad. And Rost will try to get it out. Can't. Good save. And Higgins, a shot over the net again. This time, Stettler's DeYoung clears it down the ice with only 30 seconds to go in the man advantage for the Outlaws. Now here comes Delburne. Delburne over Waldo. Waldo can collect the pass. So Poirier sends it back over to Waldo. A shot. Nadestad makes a save. Back to Waldo. A shot blocked in front. And back behind Nadestad. And Stettler still can't get it out. There's a shot from the blue line. Nadestad covers up. Shot blocked in front as Stollery sends it down the ice. The penalty had already concluded, so that will be an icing call. Defenseman pass it back and forth. Now breakout to Rost. Tipped forward. Grabbed by number 9, Rost. The ref loses sight of the puck and blows the whistle. Even though the play was indeed alive still.
Stettler Imperials penalty number 96, JJ 48. 4 minutes for one inning. Time of penalty 11:05. 48 for one inning at 11:05. This is Imperials penalty kill, sponsored by Oakland Adults Resort Camper and Washington County District.
All right, it's a 4-minute penalty for butt ending. Using that stick in an improper fashion. At the point on the power play, the Outlaws, a shot sails into the mesh. Face-off won by Delburne. Out in front. Dangerous play. Doesn't get past Natastad. Now it's behind the net. To the point. There's a shot. Save again by Natastad. Up to the half wall, and Stettler tries to push it through. The Outlaws to get it out. To no avail. Here's Waldo, a shot. Deflected wide. Another shot. Looking for a deflection. Couldn't steer it toward the net. Stettler picks it up and gets it out of the zone to center ice. First 2 minutes almost gone of the double minor penalty to Fournier. Backhanded into the Imperials' end. A shot wide, and Higgins corrals it, keeps it in. Back behind the net. Picked up by Waldo, I believe. And now the Imperials get it out. 6:35 to go. First period, Stettler leads 2-0 in the game as well in the series. Pass up from right to Turnus, and a shot. Backhand saved by Shalit. Nice pass, a shot from Rost, just wide. And now, Higgins with the minute 9 on the Outlaws power play. They get it deep, right, backhand to the point, to Higgins. There's a pass out front, misses the intended target. And Stettler gets it out, kills some valuable seconds off the clock. Here's Armstrong. Pass to center. Merrick was there. Now taken by Stettler. Pass. And it's kept out of the net. Good opportunity. We'll take a look at that one. So good opportunity for the Imperials out. Delburne on their way out. Behind the net. Still on the power play for 5 seconds. A shot. Rebound. Can't get it through to Natastad. Delburne to the front of the net. Now Shingoose. Stettler stays on side. Will be a delayed penalty as Rost had his stick chopped out of his hands. So the Imperials go on a 2-minute power play. Rost, over to Rost. Now Walker has it. Over to Piggin, back to Walker. Rost a shot. And saved by Shalit. Stettler keeps it in the slot. There's a shot toward the net, missed, picked up by the Imperials. Now a shot. Doesn't get through. And they still can't get it out, the Outlaws. Until now. Fired it onto the stick of Rost. Stettler on the power play for a minute 3. Turnus battles for it. And they'll get back to the point. Ref takes a spill there. There's a shot. Stettler player didn't get all of it. That one goes out in front and covered by Shalee. Just over 3 minutes to go in this first period and 42 seconds to go on the power play. To the point, it's Stollery. Over to Rost. Eric Rost with it. To Houston. Stettler moving the puck around now on the power play. The shot by Eric Rost blocked in front. Back again to number 12. And Shingu's tried a one-timer. Didn't get all of it. Shingu takes a hit. And with 6 seconds left, Delburne successfully kills off Stettler's power play. Chance for Eric Ross, but it goes wide. Picked up by Armstrong. And now sent the length of the ice. No icing. Delburne gets there first, fires on net. Nattestad with the save. It's Cassidy. Tucker with some backup to keep it in to the far side corner. Stettler up 2-0. And an icing call. Back to the point, it's King with a shot. Hits a Imperial in front, but King keeps it in the zone. Picked up by Delburne. Armstrong is there, but gets on the second Imperial shot. Saved by Shaleen. Shaleen's 19th save of the game so far. Eric Ross keeps it in. Back to the point. It's Kistner, a shot. And covered by Shalee. Stettler wins the face-off. It's Kistner. Now picked up by Eric Ross. Blockered away. Now Eric Ross at the half wall takes a bump. And Higgins is there to get the puck out for the Outlaws. Stettler will touch up, but an icing call. Kistner off the wall. Couldn't get it to his intended target, so picked up by the Outlaws. It's Armstrong with it. And gets it over to Scott, but stolen. And Turnus of the Imperials sends it over to Kistner, who gets it to another Imperial, who redirects it. And Stettler chases. But Delburne gets it out. No icing on that one. Ross behind the net. Good pass over to Piggin. Piggin return. Gets the return feed and goes upstairs and puts it home for 3-0 Stettler lead. And we'll have to take a look at that one. A beautiful little tic-tac-toe play for the Imperials. And they're up 3-0 as the first period concludes. We are Hometown Media Stettler. Once again, thanks for watching the live broadcast of the Stettler Imperials and the Delburne Outlaws. It's game 3 of this 5-game series. Stettler up 3-0. They are hunting for the sweep. We'll be right back for the second period. Welcome back to the second period. We're hometown media Stettler. Shots 23-8 for the Imperials. They're up 3-0. Once again, looking to eliminate the Outlaws from the East Central Senior Hockey League playoffs. Fixing the ice a little bit there. So yeah, they're just fixing the ice at the blue line. Couple of divots they have to fix. All right, they're ready for the face-off to start the second period. And the second period is brought to you by TAC Oil and Gas Manufacturing. Up the boards for the Imperials and sent out, chased by Adam Turnus, the captain of the Imperials. But Delburne got it out momentarily, I believe. Now they get it out, but Stollery has it. It's sent over to Kistner. Sent in, but now it gets back to Kistner to center ice. Walker over to Turnus. There's a shot blocked. And to center ice. Delburne chips it out. Kistner collects it. Shingoose. Pass over to Cassidy, who got it in the skates, but retrieves the puck and sends it down low to Shingoose. Back to Houston. A shot. Wide up the boards to right. Now to Cassidy, who takes a shot. And Shalene comes up big with a save. Stolen by the Outlaws off the boards to center ice, where Wright picks it up. Right behind his own net. Now Houston to Cassidy, who will wheel to center ice. Takes the shot. Nick goes wide, and Wright collects it at the half wall. But Delburne sends it out. No ice. Rost collects it. Pass up to Ethan Ross, number 9. With Shingoose as well. Taken by Shingoose now. A shot. Blocker saved by Shalene. That was up the boards by Armstrong, but the Imperials sent it back in. Now, Delburne will give chase. Up the boards to Eric Rost, to Ethan Rost, and Fournier couldn't get it in deep in the Outlaw zone, so Eric Ross now pokes it to King. Kistner behind the net, being harassed. Ends up with the puck again. Spins to avoid an outlaw. Pass to DeYoung. Up to Bardwell, who couldn't collect it off the wall. DeYoung will get it in. Up the boards. Pass from Wilson, but Stettler gets it to Bardwell, who shoots, and Shalene will make the save. Bardwell, shot saved by Shalene. Stettler's 27th shot on net, only a period and 5 minutes into this game. Picked up by Zemlak. Number 44 gets it up, but now a chance for Delburne. There's a shot. It's high and wide. I believe that was Ranaseth with the good opportunity. Turnus has it for the Imperials. To pick in. There's a nice chip toward the net by Turnus. Just missed. Now Walker collects it for the Imperials. To Turnus. There's a shot. And Shalene will make his 26th save of the night. Puck was down the ice. Kieran Rost leaves it for Houston. Now Cassidy with some speed to center ice. Shalene had to be careful there. Comes back the other way and poked. But Stettler has it. Houston's there. There's a shot by Kistner. Saved by Shalene. There's a shot. And a save by the Outlaws goaltender. Once again, this second period is brought to you by TAC Oil and Gas Manufacturing. And we do hope that if the Imperials advance, that our sponsors will join us for the next series. But there's a lot of hockey to play still, as the puck is jammed forward at the blue line. Kistner didn't like that, but here's the Outlaws with it anyway, and a shot deflects, flunders over the net. Now picked up by Cassidy. Try to evade a check. Almost steals it for a chance on net. But Beck was there. Now a backhand. There's a shot by Rost. And the Outlaws can't get it out. Cassidy with it again. Here's Eric Rost. spins and can't get it to Fournier. But he retrieves it. Still has possession. As you can see the shots are 29-8 for the Imperials. Eric Ross fights for it, keeps it in. And still kept in by Stollery at the line. Shot. Good opportunity for Eric Ross, just couldn't bury it. Another shot. Blocked. Fournier retrieves it. Down to Ross, who gets roughed up in the corner. Stollery's there to get the puck. Chipped forward, but Higgins will grab it for the Outlaws. Good pass, but a good defensive play by Bardwell to not allow a shot off from the Outlaws. And that one will go down for an icing call, and we'll get a word from our main sponsor, Stettler Boston Pizza.
At Boston Pizza, a fast lunch doesn't have to mean fast food. Now you can get a $15 lunch served in just 20 minutes, including your choice of a main, side, and drink. That's right, lunch for $15 at your local Boston Pizza.
3-7-0-6-3-3.
Higgins picks it up, a shot off the glove of Nattestad. And the puck will go to Nattestad, and he'll say, let's take a break for a second. Back to the point, and Nattestad with a save. His 11th save, 10th save of the night. Wright will grab it, send it around, and Piggin with some speed stops, waits for some Imperials, tried to get it to Turnus. And the puck ends up to center ice. Delburne's captain is there. But the Imperials send it right back down to Shalee. Right to Kistner. Up the boards to Piggin. Almost lost the puck there. Gets it back from Kistner. Now 3-on-2. Shot wide of the net. That one all the way down for an icing call. There's a shot wide from Stollery. Kept in by Houston. Imperials tried to get it back to Houston. And it's sent out. And Stollery grabs the puck. Back to center ice to Cassidy. Backhand pass left there for Houston. Back to the point to Kieran Ross. Over to Stollery. A shot saved by Shalee. Puck up the boards to Stollery. There's a shot. No traffic then, so an easy save for Shalene. Off the face-off, picked up by Delburne. Shalene sends it to the corner. Now Rost. To Eric Rost. Puck off the foot. Off the skate of Shalene. Now Rost at center ice. Makes a move, gets it to Eric Rost, who shoots. And a save. Into the armpit of Shalene. Puck picked up by Delburne. There's a shot. Easy save for Nattestad into the glove. 8:15 to go in the second period. Presented by TAC Oil and Gas Manufacturing. Stettler wins the face-off. Up the boards. Now to King. Fought for possession. Ended up on a stick of an outlaw. Off the boards. And Tucker for the Imperials gets it back to King, who shoots it. And Shalene makes another save. At the face-off dot, it's Tucker. The Imperials able to get a shot over the net, but they have possession in the offensive zone. There's a shot. And a save. Stettler continuing to throw the pucks on net. 35 shots so far in this game. Up 3-0. Again, looking to advance to the second round of the East Central Senior Hockey League playoffs. The Imperials are up 2-0. That is intercepted and sent in by the captain, Zemlak. But Stettler breaks out with DeYoung and Tucker. That shot doesn't make it through. Scott got it out, but the Imperials get it right back into the offensive zone. Misplay in front of the net. Shalene had to be careful. Battle in the corner. The Outlaws have it to center ice. It's Waldo who sends it in. There's a shot off the skate of Turnus to the corner. Turnus will break it out himself with a pass to Piggin. There's a shot. Stollery got it in, but Waldo is able to get it out for the Outlaws. Gets a shot on net, blockered away by Nadistad. Delburne, a shot. And into the glove of Nadistad. We got 97 of you watching the game right now. Thanks for watching our live stream. A production by Hometown Media Stettler and presented by Stettler Boston Pizza. Houston at the face-off dot, wins the face-off. Kieran Ross pass up to Cassidy, to Houston, off Houston's skate, and retrieved by the Outlaws. And the Outlaws will send it in deep. 5:40 to go in the second period, brought to you by Tac Oil and Gas Manufacturing. No goals yet in the second period. All three of the Imperials' goals came in the first. Stettler's pass intercepted. Sent back in as the Outlaws get a change. Here's a chance for Shingoose. Shingoose feeling something from the end of that play. Shingoose looking definitely hurting, that's for sure. Unable to put weight on his left leg, it looks like. Well, you hate to see that, and we hope Shingoose is all right. Right up the boards. Higgins with it now. Almost loses it and gets it back. Center ice, just before the blue line. Loses the puck. Delburne can't get a clean entry into the zone as Eric Ross picks it up and gets a shot on net, but another easy save for Shalene. Scrumford in the corner. Picked up by the Outlaws. And Wright will collect it off the glass to King, who couldn't get there at first, but now grabs it and rings one right off the post. King with it again. A shot. Goes for the same side. Misses this time. and sent in by Delburne. Here's Tucker, pass over to Piggin. Now Walker for the Imperials, breaks in, gets a shot on, and a save by Shalee. Take a quick look at that chance off the post. Good chance for the Imperials. And the highlights presented by Aspen Ford. Back to the point. Kistner to Turnus. Here's Piggin. Nice pass. Stollery gets a shot. Didn't make it through. Chased by number 24. Merrick, who goes for a change. Now it's Delburne a shot. A shot from Ranaseth. An icing call, and take a quick look at the out-of-town scoreboard. As it's still 0-0 between the Rustlers of Wainwright and the Oyen Eagles in the first intermission. Stollery picks it up off the stick of an outlaw, but it ends up to Houston, who got it to Cassidy, who has to revert to center ice and get it to Stollery. And Stollery gets a shot on. Only a minute 44 left in the second period. Nice crowd here at the Stettler Rec Center, and thanks again for watching the live stream tonight. That puck kept in by Rost. Stettler loses it, and Higgins has it now. Higgins ends up with it, makes a move. Nice pad save by Nadestad. Higgins picks it up to the point. That one up and hits the ceiling. Back to the point, a shot collected by Eric Rost. Eric passes over. Now intercepted by the Imperials. Back behind the net. Eric Rost picks it back up. Shot blocked to the corner. Shot from Eric Rost just wide. King keeps it in at the blue line. There's a chip. Shaleen made the save. Now Wright with it. A shot. It's loose and picked up by the Outlaws. Off the boards. Ringdahl was there but couldn't collect that pass off the boards as the Imperials get it down deep again, and the Outlaws will have to set it up behind the net. That pass into the skates of Wright. And that'll do it for the second period of play as the horn sounds. Shots 39 for the Imperials, 15 for the Outlaws. Thanks for watching. We are Hometown Media Stettler, and we'll be back for the shoot to win and then third period action as Stettler looks to advance.
Make sure that tonight's 50-50 is the Harvard game.
All right, it's time for the shoot to win. This individuals, they have 2 chances to get the puck in one of those holes for, I believe, $2,500. It's become a tradition here at the Imperials home games. No one has been successful yet. And tonight we have someone from Delburne trying to win. All right, there's the first chance. Just wide of the net. And there's another opportunity. Off the side of the net. And we'll be back for the third period in just a couple of minutes. And we are back for the third period of play between Delburne and Stettler. And the third period is presented by Dynamite Oilfield Services Limited for all your maintenance and construction needs. Stettler with it. There's Ethan Ross, tried to make a move inside, couldn't get there. Higgins throws it on net, off the blocker of Nadestad into his glove. Stettler 1 period away from advancing to the semifinal in the East Central Senior Hockey League playoffs. But Delburne putting on some pressure here in the early goings of the third period. There's a shot. Kicked away. Kept in by Delburne. There's Waldo, but it gets out, and Cassidy has it. Gets it back. Pass over to the point. No one was there at the time, and Stollery picks it up. Imperials pass over to Houston. That pass blocked and covered up. An opportunity. Good save by Nadestad. Delburne. They get into the Imperial zone with a shot wide of the net. Went glove side. Another attempted shot. Ricochets to the other side of the ice. Back to the point. Shot from Kabatoff. And now Tucker brings it out. Stettler now in the offensive zone, but sent out. And Stollery gives chase. Stollery, a backhand, ends up to Walker, who makes a miscalculation as Stettler chops it forward and Turnus to Piggin. Piggin with a shot and a save by Shalee. Face off to the left of Shalee. It's the third period, brought to you by Dynamite Oilfield Services Limited. as we have a cross-checking penalty. And it'll be Stettler going to the box. So again, Delburne a chance to cut into the Imperials' lead. There's Higgins. Now Kabatoff. Back to Higgins of the Outlaws. Looking to get on the board here. 4 minutes into the third period. Stettler tried to get it forward. Crowd wanted a tripping call on the Outlaws. No call is coming. That's Walker with the cross-checking penalty as Higgins enters the Imperial zone, makes move inside, and the shot doesn't get it on net. But now Higgins grabs it again. Backhand, it's sitting there, ends up in the corner. There's a chance. Save Natastad, rebound. Backhand high and into the mesh here at the Stettler Rec Center. Puck sent around the boards and down the ice. Less than a minute to go on the Delburne Outlaws power play. Higgins setting things up on the power play, back to the point. There's a shot, gets through, but wide, and Stettler sends it down the ice. Stettler grabs it along the board, sends it up to Turnus. A 2-on-1 opportunity. The shot saved by Shalee. But stolen by Walker and back to Turnus. Now it's Pregame. A shot. Rebound cleared. Back to center. Stettler with control again. It's Stollery. Up to Walker. The shot off the post. Comes out to the half wall on the near side and sent out by Delburne's number 24, Merrick, for an icing call. .32 to go. Third period action brought to you by Dye-My Oilfield Services Limited. Stettler now moving it around in the offensive zone. That's Rost. Now a shot, scores! And that was King with the big goal, to make it 4-0. And we'll take a look at that one in a moment. As Fournier chases it. Up the boards to Wilson. Now a shot from number 44. Goes wide, and Stettler picks it up. Next stoppage, we'll take a look at that Imperials goal. Higgins with it. Shot high and wide. Stettler up 4-0. As that puck is loose and cleared away by Tucker. And again, 97 viewers right now. We thank you for watching the live stream of the Stettler Imperials and Delburne Outlaws series. Stettler looking to move on as that one almost makes its way to the net. Stollery keeps it in. And we'll take a quick look at Stettler's last goal. Well, bad news again. We did not win the 50-50. As everyone's figuring things out after things got a little bit heated moments ago. But it looks like they're going to give the Stettler Imperials a power play. Shot from Stollery and a good save into the glove by Shalim. So once again, the Rustlers are up 1-0 against Oyen as they are live streaming that game on their YouTube channel. The series is tied 1-1 between Wainwright and Oyen. There's a shot from Rost, steered away by Shalim. Stollery, back pass to Rost, and Rost picks it up and over to Houston. Back to Rost. And that pass, Stollery was moving in from the point. Little miscommunication as it exits the zone. And Stettler sends it back in with a minute 10 left on the power play. Here's Turnus, sends it over instead. Back to the point. Blocker save and out of the zone for the Outlaws. And we have another penalty coming up. It will be a tripping call. And it'll be captain of the Imperials, Adam Turnus, with the penalty. So we'll have some 4-on-4 action with 10:37 to go in the third period. This third period presented by Dymite Oilfield Services Limited. Here's Ross, moves inside, and a save from Shalene. The Imperials' 48th shot of the night. Stolen by the Imperials now. That pass intercepted, and Delburne can get it out. It's Higgins, 2-on-2. There's a shot. And a nice, steady glove save from Nadistek. And we'll be right back after a word from our main sponsor, Stettler Boston Pizza.
At Boston Pizza, a fast lunch doesn't have to mean fast food. Now you can get a $15 lunch served in just 20 minutes, including your choice of a main, side, and drink. That's right, lunch for $15 at your local Boston Pizza.
Back to the action, out in front, and Higgins scores! That makes it 4-1. We came back from commercial break just in time, as Higgins gets on the board for the Outlaws. The Outlaws still have some work to do, down by 3. It's 4-1. Poirier's there. Gets it to the point, but Cody Wright of the Imperials will dump it right back in. So Delburne with an opportunity here because they are on the power play. .45 seconds to go on the Outlaws power play. It's out in front. Loose puck picked up by Cassidy and kept in though. A shot that's blocked by Kistner and sent down the ice. 25 seconds to go. Ringdahl chips it in, but Stettler is able to collect the puck afterward and send it the length of the ice. Over to Higgins, takes a bump there, and down the ice it goes. Aaron's pass picked up by Turnus, looking for DeYoung, who was open, but a good defensive play by the Outlaws. Picked up by Higgins, and then Higgins loses it, and Turnus will feed it over to Tucker. Stettler holding on. They did hold on for 8 more minutes. That puck doesn't make it to the front of the net, but the Outlaw sends it in deep again. Now Rost with speed through neutral zone. A shot, top corner, scores! And regains the 4-goal lead. Big play by Ross to make it 5-1.
Stettler Imperials goal is second of the playoffs. Goal scored by number 6, Ross. Assistant number 94, DJ Kister. Tackle back goal, 12-17. Ross from Kister at 12-17.
So that was Kieran Ross from DJ Kistner. With 7 minutes to go, another chance for the Imperials. And this time, a pass and a shot, which is saved by Shaleen. And we have over 100 of you watching the stream now. If you haven't done so already, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel covering Stettler news and sports. We're at 753 subscribers. We'd love to have a few more after the game's over with, so maybe we can get to 755. Let's see if we get a couple more subscribers today. Head over and click the subscribe button. As well, on some devices, there's a button in the bottom right-hand corner that'll just let you subscribe. Free, it just helps our small media company here in Stettler, Alberta. As the puck is sent behind the net of Shaleen, and a battle for it. It's Higgins, and picked up by Stettler as Turnus has it. Tried to feed it out front. Now Turnus sends it back, and the Outlaws can't clear. There's a shot. Now a shot again from Piggin. And the puck bounced around but went wide, and Stettler continues to put on the pressure. There's a shot from a bad angle. It's loose for a moment and covered by Shaleen. Once again, a special thanks to our main sponsor of today's live stream, Stettler Boston Pizza. It'll be Canada versus the US on Sunday morning. Wake up bright and early and hang out with the community at the Stettler Boston Pizza. They're going to be opening up for the game nice and early. Ross feeds it over to Tucker. Shot doesn't get through. Bardwell now will send it down low. Off the boards and out by the Outlaws with 4:48 to go. Kistner behind the net. DeYoung was speeding through the neutral zone. Might have an opportunity nonetheless. There's a shot whiffed on by DeYoung as DeYoung takes a spill and the whistle's blown. Back to the point right to Cassidy. A little too far for Cassidy. And now to center ice for the Outlaws. Sent in, blockered away by Nadestad. Shots 53-27 for Stettler. As once again, they're hoping to advance to the second round of the East Central Senior Hockey League playoffs, chasing the Ralph Weiss Trophy. And a save by Shaleen. make sure to tune in to our bi-weekly podcast as well. It's called The Heartbeat. It's available here on YouTube as well on Spotify. We cover and talk about local sports, local news, keeping your pulse on the community of Stettler. And we learned something interesting the other day, and that was the Kinsmen in town had a pamphlet, a newsletter that they called The Heartbeat back in the 60s and 70s. And we had no idea, so cool coincidence. As Stettler gets it to Eric Ross, the shot saved by Shalene, and an Imperial takes a tumble over the Outlaws goaltender. And Justin in the chat showing the broom emoji. Yeah, it's looking that way. It's looking like the Imperials will sweep the series 3-0 with 2 minutes and 52 seconds to go in the hockey game. All of the other series are still being played, so we don't know who the Imperials will play in the second round. But once we know, we will definitely let you know on our social media platforms and probably on our bi-weekly podcast, The Heartbeat. Here's Walker to Rost. Shot didn't make it through as the puck exits the zone, and Walker will pick it up. Shots 55-27. Another shot out of play from Dylan Houston. Another quick shout out to Houston, who got MVP honors for the entire league and was the top scorer this season. Stollery at the blue line to Eric Rost. Passes it over and couldn't get it to Cassidy. Here's Stollery, a shot. 56th shot on Shalene tonight. Tanner Shalene with a nice performance tonight. Unfortunately, the Outlaws will fall to the Stettler Imperials, and the Imperials will complete the sweep. Houston out in front and sent down the ice by Higgins with 1:18 to go. A lot of credit, though, to the Stettler Imperials in this first round of the playoffs. From the get-go, they looked like they were in control, and they certainly didn't doubt themselves at all. As Kistner gets a shot, and the puck flutters to Shalene, who has to cover up. The Outlaws will win that face-off as it comes around. To center ice, Kistner down the ice. And now behind Shalene's net. As Kistner chases, no icing on the play. Only a handful of seconds left in Game 3 as Delburne looks for one last one with 10 seconds left on the board. It's at center ice with only 2 seconds left in this hockey game. And the Stettler Imperials are advancing to the semifinal, the second round of the East Central Senior Hockey League playoffs after sweeping this series 3-0. And the final shots for tonight's game, 57 for the Imperials, 28 for the Outlaws, and the final score, 5-1. Of course, we are Hometown Media Stettler, and we will be back for the second round of the playoffs, all of the home games for the Imperials. We hope you will join us. Until then, have a wonderful weekend. Go Canada, go, and enjoy the game on Sunday. Have a great weekend. Take care.